So I grew up in a very stressful family life, that was I felt that I wanted to run away from, and that I wasn't protected in. So that I was built that way. And then I grew up in Northern Ireland in the 1970s, when it was really at its height of all the troubles and the stress of hearing bombs explode, the stress of going to university in the city close in Belfast, and the whole stress of soldiers being on the streets with the rifles, and one particular situation is coming to mind just at the moment. I was waiting for a bus in Belfast in the evenings in the city centre.
And you were about how old?
At 18.
Okay.
And I was waiting for this bus to take me back to my student accommodation. And there was a young soldier walking down the road, and he was walking backwards with his rifle, looking everywhere. And he walked on a carton of milk, an empty carton, and it exploded under his foot. And he was very young and very anxious, and he just turned round, and I found myself with his rifle in my face, and we just looked at each other, because he was like 16 or 17.
Oh my gosh.
And so that's like something that it goes into your cells.
Yeah.
And there are many situations like that where you would find, travelling across the border into the south of Ireland, where the soldiers would come, they would get everybody, they would pull the young males out of the car and start searching them, but searching every part of their body to provoke young males who were going to get angry. And as a woman in the car, you're going, please don't get angry, because we're all going to suffer.
Right.
So that was a general level of stress.
Wow. That was a level I can't even comprehend, honestly.
No. So there was the level of the child family experience, then this level of a whole political unrest. And then when I got married, I came from a Catholic family, even if I didn't or don't practice. And my husband came from a Protestant family, and where we lived was in a more loyalist area, and my name is a Catholic nationalist name, and we can tell people by their names, we know what community they're from.
Oh, that one, okay.
So it was like, I can't even, I was hiding my name because I was going to be known as the Catholic.
Right.
So even that was a level of stress. And then rearing young children in an aggressive environment, and how do you protect them from it and keep an open mind, but say just be careful. And so we left that and moved to France, and that was very stressful because I didn't have a good level of French. There were so many things to look after, so many things to organise.
And you had young kids?
Young children. There was no support system because we left all our family.
Sure.
So there wasn't that support system, and it was trying to deal with so many things, juggle so many things, and the level of stress, and knowing that I wasn't being all-encompassing and able to protect my children the way I would have liked, and probably dumped a lot of stress on them. So that's quite a lot of stress.
It's a lot to continue to live with. Because like you said, it's accumulative, right? It just keeps building.
Exactly.
It doesn't really go away.
And then I found myself at the age of 45, like completely depleted. Because it was always, as you say, always giving, having no way to resource myself.
Right.
And knew that I needed something, and had this desire that came from I don't know where, that I have to learn Tai Chi. I just love it. I've never done it. I've never seen
How
it.
did you even find out about it?
I don't know. I do not know.
Wow.
And then when we moved in 2015, we moved to a town and I saw Tai Chi Chuan. The next week I was in the class and it was like manna from heaven. It was like, this is exactly what I need, and this is really hard and this is not easy for me. And it brought me in touch with, I understood how my nervous system was completely shot to pieces and that I needed this so badly that after every class I would run home and practice, because I started with the 108 movement.
The hardest thing you could ever learn. Oh my gosh.
And which is kind of my life as well. It's always, you can do the hard stuff. And you go, do the hard stuff. And so, yeah, it was, I ran back every week and I practiced and people around me were saying like, oh, you're just learning so fast, but it just felt to me like it was really hard, and that even to positions where you had to sit in the position, I felt it was on a tightrope and I was going to fall, and it was just so I had to completely rebuild myself.
What a beautiful metaphor for your life.
Yeah. And then as I continued, I realized that the teachers I had, that there was a teacher above those teachers. And I thought, I have to meet this guy. And when I met him, there was like something, we saw each other, we looked at each other, and something happened, like we were going to work together. And he is somebody that he knows by looking at you, what's not working with you. He just knows you. And he was able to direct my Tai Chi to rebuild me. And it's Tai Chi that has rebuilt me. It's Tai Chi that has brought me a lot of calmness and has taught me how to... In fact, what I've learned is that I can touch that place where we're all safe. And I realized that, in fact, that wasn't the first time I touched it. That I think I was able to, as a child, I went into that without really knowing I was doing it, but I stayed in it. I was dissociated. But with this time, it was like I can go there and I can come back. And when I teach, I think I can say I have the ability to get people to that place, because it's something that I know how to do.
Yeah, because you have experienced it deeply.
Yeah, and so I've had some magnificent teaching sessions where at the end people stop and they look at each other and said, what has just happened?
So I have a question for you, because I have that experience, right?
Yeah.
People come up to me after class and be like, oh my gosh, what was this thing you did or said? And I'm like, don't.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Or where people have said to me, you said this to me. And I'm going, I said that? That's pretty good. I wish I could remember saying that, or I didn't think I could say that. And I think it's when in the moment, there's something just channels through me. And I say... This higher
embodiment of spirit, whatever this is, this higher power comes through us. And I feel like when I'm teaching class, someone who needs an answer, I end up saying to them, because some divine thing comes through me and gives it to them.
Yeah. And that has...
Because I don't have that much knowledge. I don't feel like I have that much knowledge or wisdom.
No.
Things come out of my mouth when I'm in the moment of teaching.
Yes.
I understand.
Yeah. And so I use my practice to deal with stress. I've also used it with this teacher, has helped me evacuate a lot of trauma in my body, because it was all trapped inside. And that's been the release, and that's why I can never give up.
Well, it's been really fun getting to know you, but also watching you. You know, I've spied on you when you're doing practice,
Yeah.
especially in Wudang along that balcony. We end up
Yeah.
being up there kind of
Yeah.
away from the crowd, trying
Yes,
to get
yeah.
some peace. And
Yeah.
it's, you know, just watching you move, it's definitely not just movement.
No.
You are doing something way deeper than movement.
Sure.
And it's
Yeah.
beautiful to watch, so thank you.
And thank you. And I know that something very special happens when I do my Tai Chi. Yeah.
It's clear.
Yeah.
It's very clear.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. And so thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.